Hello, perverts, and welcome back. I don't think I'm streaming, or maybe I am. I don't know. I couldn't tell you because it's very. YouTube seems very buggy. I'm trying. No, I think I am. Let's go. But yeah, I like watching Apply. I think he's interesting, and I feel like I also like kind of learned some from his videos. I mean, he's way better than me, obviously. So it's like when he's like playing or I don't know, doing whatever. It's like you learn, but it's also interesting. I think Spilo is probably a better coach than him, but I also think that Spilo is not as interesting to watch. I love Spilo, right? I really do love Spilo. I watched him for a really long time. But I just like Apply is more of like a content creator. Spilo is more of a coach. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think Spilo creates content.
I didn't say that he didn't create. Yes, by definition, they're both content creators. I just mean I think that Spilo is much like his whole thing. Spilo's whole thing is coaching, right? That's all of his content is based off of his coaching. Applies is not. He has VOD reviews. He does VOD reviews, but it's like he has a bunch of videos where he's like playing every tank and saying my opinions on all the tanks, and it's like Spilo has videos like that too, where he says an opinion about the state of the game and stuff like that. But it's like I don't know. It feels I feel like it should make sense when I'm saying, like there's a very clear difference between them. I feel like.
Yeah, just like how they, style their content. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying one is better or worse. I'd say
I didn't take it that way.
Yeah, like I'd say Spilos is better if you wanna like have him be like a coach, because that's just like. But I think Applies a lot. Like I enjoy watching Applies content more. But yeah, I liked when when Spilo showed up in one of his videos though. Here's one where he was talking about like the tanks. And when he was talking about Roadhog, he got in Spilo. And
Oh yeah.
oh, did you
Spilo
watch
made a
that?
video about that.
Oh, he made a whole maybe Spilo had his own video where
Yeah,
he brought
I think
in
it was with
Apply.
Apply in 6 or something like that.
Applies only had Spilo. So the other dude.
Well, I think like Spilo made his own video with like the part where he was with
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Apply, and then 6 he did on his own. Right.
Maybe I should watch that one as well, because I thought it was actually pretty interesting. I actually quite enjoyed them talking about Roadhog. But I would know when Spilo showed up, I was like, "Hey!" I was like, "Yo! I know that guy!" Like it felt like it was like when you're watching a show or something, and then a famous person shows up, you're like, "Oh my god, it's John Cena!" or whatever.
And then the background audience, the studio
Starts
audience
clapping.
cheers. Yeah.
Except it's just me cheering.
Yeah, except it's just you in your room.
It's just me in my room alone, dead quiet.
It's Philo.
Yes!
It's
We
really-
chat, do you see it? It's Philo! Oh my god! And I just like look
me
up.
out of plaid.
I just look around and then it's just like dead silence, not a single sound, like no birds, no animal sounds. As I look around, I slowly start to see that it's like I'm actually in a full room of white and my hands are tied up. I'm in an insane asylum. And I'm just muttering to myself, "Spilo's there! Spilo showed up!"
Nah, that's you, bro.
Or something. Just throwing an idea out. Should I do Hades? Should I go to Hades for a bit? Go see what's up with that game again?
I don't think anything's changed, but yeah.
Well, I just mean I like beat the game, but I haven't done that much with, like, I haven't gone too far with it.
Yeah, I think you should. I think it's fun.
Chat, what do you think? They're not saying anything. They're not saying anything. Not yet. They're about to start saying things. They're about to say yeah. But dude, like, so yesterday when I was playing Rivals with the others, it's like, oh my god, was Rivals always this easy? Like, on tank.
It's been
Like,
on tank, yeah.
because it's like that one game where I went like 42-1 or 48, whatever it was, I don't even remember. It was like I didn't even do anything that special. All I did was I just backed up and just played corners. And
that's
that was
good.
Well, I'm not saying that's not good. Like, it is good. You're right. I'm just like,
That's all you have to do.
I'm like,
You just like live, play for your ults, and then like, I don't know, shoot their tank. I don't know.
yeah.
Like
Like-
the neutral does not matter in that game. You kind of just like shoot each other and then kill each other.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, it's like just like basic understanding of Overwatch gets you to like top 500 in that game.
Yeah, I think so. I think like a plat player, if they like really grind it out, you could definitely like comfortably be in like GM.
I think there were multiple like people that were like saying that that's what exactly their situation was, that they were plat and then they made it to top 500 or like GM, maybe not top 500 but like GM or whatever, a tournament, I don't remember, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, what's weird in that game is that it's not even like a bell curve. It's like, I don't know if you've seen the graphs of like the rank distribution, but it's like, it's really spiky. So
I don't
it's
think I
like-
have.
Yeah,
Can you
it's-
find it and then show it to me?
I can see
or
it,
like
but-
send it, yeah. If you can find it. If you can't find it, no worries, man. I'm just curious because yeah, I just haven't seen it.
Because it's like, there's some people that just don't play ranks, and then
There's a ton of people I think that just don't.
and then
I mean,
like
it's like, yeah, like literally, like right now, like Plat 3 is like top 20%. It's like, oh my god.
let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. I think this was from like maybe a couple seasons ago, but I don't think they've like made any efforts to
Let me just take
changing
a
it.
quick
But
look.
like where Overwatch is a bell curve, like pretty much like peaks at what, like plat and diamond, right? And then kind of levels off everywhere else. It's like,
Where did you send it?
I'm sending it right now.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so let's look at the percentages. Oh, there's not a percentage, but I guess we can just kind of roughly look at it.
So it's like, it really doesn't get harder as you go, cause like there's people like evenly everywhere.
Yeah, you're
They're
right.
kinda weird.
Yeah, it's just like a much higher in Bronze 3 because they're just the people that don't play. But yeah, you're right. That is pretty crazy. It's like the same thing. He like took away the like. Oh, then he liked it again.
You got nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. But at the same time, I guess like the other side, just to play devil's advocate, the other side is Overwatch, where it's like because of the bell curve, it's like you're in master. Once you hit masters, you're basically in GM, right? Maybe not skill wise, but every game you're going to be going against like people in masters too, or like you're going to be going against people genuinely like 3 to 8 ranks higher than you every single game. The matchmaking is so horrible for that because there's just no one there. There's no one in those ranks, and like that's horrible. That's a horrible feeling. Like, and I'm sure that's a great feeling when you're top 500 and you're going against people that are first game in Masters, but like, when you're like in Masters 5 and you're going against people in GM, it's like, well, geez, that's awesome, bro. I'm Masters 5 and I'm going against people a whole rank higher than me. And it's like they've got no choice because there's just no one in the game there. There's like, what, there's like 1,000 people there in total? I know that's not the actual number, but like, percentage-wise, it's like such a small percentage. So, you know, it is crazy how the percentages line up there, but at the same time, it's like, is it better? I don't know. Like, I don't know that I say it is better. I think I'd lean towards Overwatch just because, you know, it's like a more competitive, like, actual thing, right? But I don't know. Like, because there's a big difference between Masters and GM players, I'd say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, if you're Masters 5, you're basically GM in terms of skill. Like, I'd say there's still probably a decent, like, or even like between Masters 5 and like Masters 2. You know, I mean, that's 3 whole ranks. Like, there's definitely a skill gap there. But it's like, even though there is undoubtedly a skill gap, it's like you're still being forced to go against people that are just genuinely higher rank. Like, you're not expected to be that as good as them. You shouldn't be expected to be as good as them in your rank because you're not at their rank. But you are, because, so it's like, once you hit Masters, it's like you're gonna have to be good enough to be able to beat like GMs and like top 500 players just to get out of Masters 5. And now, I mean, not every single game is going to be like that, but it's like, it's a common enough experience that it's like everyone that I've heard about that is in like Masters is like, has that experience.
Do people like complain about it?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people complain about it online.
Okay. I don't know. I just think like, if you're playing casually, I could see it.
I don't think it's like about
like,
playing casually. I just think it's like in general, like I even if I was playing very seriously, it's like, yeah, okay, at some point, like, yes, at some point you're gonna have to like go against these people, right? But it's like, I'm in Diamond right now. Right now it's saying like Diamond 5 for me. I don't want to go against Masters players. Like, I think that's very fair. I want to go against Diamond players because I'm in Diamond. And I think that's like very fair. It's like, I'll get like, sorry. What were you saying?
Are you going?
No, I was gonna wait for you to go. Yeah, I don't know it.
But like, do they not balance it out with like, okay, they get a Masters player, we get a Masters player, or like a Diamond 1 player? Cause like, I feel like they do. Like, I think me and Eli had a game where like, we went against a champ player and we just like lost. Cause like, there's only like 2 champ players, right? So like, it's kind of hard to balance like a champ player on their team, a champ player on our team. So I'm just like, okay, that's like a little stupid. Cause there's like 2 champ players, but they're just Thanos, so we lost. I'm like, okay, whatever, go next. But like, in Masters
is that not just a perfect, like, the exact example of what I'm talking about, though?
Well, yeah, but I'm willing to forgive that because there's only 2 champ players.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like the Overwatch side of it, right? Right, so you have the rival side where it's like there is no bell curve. It's like an even distribution roughly in like every rank. But so it's like when you're at the top, like, or you know, when you're in like the top 10% of like people, you're gonna be going against people like actually in your rank, very relative to your rank. Now it's like, yes, it's like less competitive, so it's like, do a lot of people that are in these ranks deserve to be in these ranks? Arguably not. but regardless, they're in, you know, very comparable ranks to yourself. But in Overwatch, because it's like, you know, it's more competitive, so it's much harder to actually rank up. So it's like there is a bell curve. So, you know, in champ or in high diamond to like or like we can just say like start of masters, like masters and up, there's like not even nearly enough players. So it's like if you're a Masters 5 player, you are never gonna get a full game of like Masters 4, Masters 5. It's just you're never going to get a solid game that's of people that are actually at your rank.
Right.
Whereas like in Diamond,
which I don't. Okay, go on.
Which is like in Diamond, like I definitely, you know, will. Like maybe towards the end, like maybe when I'm in like Diamond 1, you know, like very close to Masters, you know, it'll start to be like that. But for the most part in Diamond, it's like you're reaching the end of that like bell curve where there's just genuinely not enough people in your rank for you to get people in your comparative rank.
Right. I think for my champ example, if I want to be champ, which I don't know if I want to, but if I wanted to be champ, I would have to beat that champ player. So like I would have to be good enough to beat that champ player. I'm fine with taking that. Like even if it's uneven, if they have one champ player and we don't, I should still, and I aspire to be champ, I should beat that champ player, in my opinion. So like I don't care if there's like an uneven, like it's just one champ player. I think if there's like a 5 of champ players, we're like, okay, maybe there's an issue with that. Like maybe it should be more evenly distributed or whatever. But like I think in Diamond, it's like, yeah, you're gonna get those off games where like maybe they have a Masters, but like are you not gonna have like at least a Diamond one to like kind of balance it out? That's what I see. Or like that's my view. But even if you don't, if it's not like completely balanced, like if you want to be better, then you should beat that Masters player.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like I feel like that's, to me, I personally don't like that argument, because the reason I don't like that argument is because it's like, yes, in the grand scheme of things, like I'm gonna need to, in the grand scheme of things, yes, I'm going to need to like be able to beat you know, Masters players if I want to rank up and so on and so forth, right? But it's like if I'm Diamond 5 or whatever, Diamond 3 or whatever, it's like I'm not there yet. And I think like that's important to note, because it's like sometimes like I can be improving, but if a game is unfair, it's just unfair. Like you know, maybe if I was Diamond 3 or something, it's like, you know, I'm pretty solid if I'm in Diamond 3, right? But like a Masters 5 player is probably still gonna beat me most of the time. And it's like, yes, okay, you know, if I want to keep rising, eventually I'm gonna have to be able to beat him, but I'm not there yet. Like I can be getting better at the game and still be able to acknowledge that this is not a fair matchup. This is not a fair game right now. Yes, I hope, you know, I hope that in the future I can beat these Masters players, but I'm not there yet. I'm still learning, you know, and that's how I learn, is by playing these games and slowly moving up and being like, okay, you know, maybe I lost this game against these Diamond players because I was, you know, other Diamond players because I was, you know, I peaked too early, or, you know, I was wasting some of my cool, that whatever it is, right? And so, but it's like, it doesn't feel like that was an unfit, like that felt like a very winnable thing because the difference in skill was not crazy. And if the difference in skill is crazy, it's like, well, then maybe I'm boosted to Diamond, right? Like maybe I shouldn't be in Diamond if, you know, it's like that. But again, the comparison to Diamond, like a Diamond and Masters player, like there's a huge gap. So it's like it's likely, like, just doesn't feel like it's winnable in the first place. Even if maybe I have a Masters on my team or a Diamond 1 on my team, whatever it is, I just don't feel like that's enough to make up for it. Because it just depends on what, like let's say they get a Masters tank and I get a Diamond 1 or a Masters DPS, and it's like, if they're comparative skill, I think the tank was going to win 9 out of 10 times. Because I do think that like tank is ultimately a more important role than DPS. Just fundamentally, that's just how it is. And like, so because of that, it's like, if they have one DPS that's better than our DPS, and then we have a tank. They have a tank, but they have a sorry. If they have a DPS that's better than one of our DPS, you know, and the other one is like comparable, they're both like the right close, like the diamond rank or whatever. And then we have a better tank, like a master's tank, and they have a diamond tank. The only reason the better tank would lose there is if their supports were genuinely so bad, or if it was like the DPS was like a master's 1 DPS and it was like a master's 5 tank. Like I have a very hard time believing that if you have a much better tank like that, like a 1 DPS would be enough to make it up, unless that DPS was like a pro player. So
okay. That.
Sorry, no, it's just I thought like I didn't know if you were gonna say anything, so so I think like it's like I don't think it's enough to say okay, well maybe they'll balance it out, but you'll have someone similar of rank on your team, because I think it's very important what role it is, and so it's like if the role is different, it's just, and I just think in general, even if they try to balance it by having it, I don't like that idea. I just don't think it's very fair to the diamond players. That's it.
Okay, well my thing was like, didn't they say in like season 9 or season 10 that they do like match make based on like they prioritize having like equal tanks and then everything else is just kind of fair game? Like I swear they had said that before.
I don't know.
I think like empirically, just from what I see, like I always see like the tanks are usually pretty even, but then the DPS supports can be kind of whatever. That is empirical, so like maybe that's not objective, right? But like that's at least what I see. And then like personally, I'd rather have like I've played a lot of Rivals recently, but like I would rather have like where it feels like most games in Overwatch are still pretty balanced. Even when I'm playing in GM, like yeah, we do get a Masters player here and there, and like I'd rather have that than like people drooling on their controllers in Rivals, where like you can tell they kind of don't belong in X rank, but because they play the game, they just get a high rank. Like I'd rather not have that. But it is frustrating when you get those games where it's like they just have a Thanos Masters pocketed DPS, and we have maybe a Masters support on Mercy, or a Masters support on like Alari.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, so you might be right about like maybe because I don't know about the tank. It's possible that they do like try to do that, so that it's possible that doesn't happen. But yeah, it's like even with the other roles, it's like there's still can be a huge disparity. There's a ton of Mercy players that are maybe higher. Yeah,
because I think that's also something to take into account. Because if you are a Masters player but you're playing maybe not the best hero, I think that also is something to take into account.
Yeah.
Also, my Wi-Fi is good if you want to do, I think, didn't you go to Hades?
No, I ended up going to Dead Cells. I was just in Dead Cells and I was like, I wonder if I should go to Hades.
Yeah, I mean, we could do Overwatch if you want.
Okay.
Here you go. I will switch
do like a game or two. I want to like kind of go a little bit further in this run, but I'll switch over soon.
I'll BRB.
Okay. I don't know, Chad. What do y'all think? Like, cause honestly, I think I do agree with the idea of more so with Overwatch. Cause there's a ton of people in Rivals that are just boosted by the system, right? The ranked system. Cause that's like the whole point of Rivals, right? Well, look, I don't mean to be mean to any Rivals player. It's a fun game. I enjoy playing the game.
Chad, right? Calm down, Chad.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this isn't meant to be mean to anyone, especially if you enjoy Rivals, but Rivals is ultimately a casual game, guys. Like, compared to Overwatch or really any other competitive game, right? Valorant, League of Legends, I don't know, man. What other games are there? Those are the only games that matter. No, I'm just kidding. But like, if you just compare Rocket League, it's like, Rocket League is insanely sweaty. Like that's like, I feel like arguably Rocket League might be one of the most sweaty games of all times. Like I feel like that's not even crazy to say, honestly.
Yeah.
But so it's just like the system, the rank system in Rivals. It's genuinely, it's just built for people that are more casual players, and that's okay. That's not a bad thing. Like people hear like, oh, something's casual, that means it's bad. It's like, no, it's not bad. Like it just means, because like if something is truly competitive, like Overwatch, if you want to get out of like plat in Overwatch and you don't just naturally, you're not just like very naturally good at the game, which I think most people aren't. There are some people that are genuinely just like very naturally good at these kinds of games, you know, but most people are not. So for most people, you know, to get out of plat in Overwatch, you have to genuinely commit a lot of time into getting better at the game. You have to actually, you know, maybe do some VOD reviews. Even if you don't do VOD reviews, you have to actually acknowledge when you mess up and like actually put effort into getting better and grind the game out. Which is like in Rivals, you don't have to do that because you can just go with the meta and that's just it. Whereas like obviously there's a meta in Overwatch, there's always going to be a meta in these types of games, but emphasis on your skill is needed. Whereas in Rivals, not so much. Like it's a little bit less individual based and more so just stay alive, you know, based.
I don't. Yeah.
But that's just, yeah, like it's like it's just, and like also just with how the rank system just is in Rivals, where it's like they don't really, like when you lose a game, you very rarely lose the same amount of points that you gain. Very rarely. I feel like that's happened to me like one time where I lost the same amount of points as I gained, or like a comparable amount. And it was like a game where I did so atrocious, it was like it was genuinely like embarrassing. But like if you
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, like it's just
and
like
the whole.
No, yeah, go on.
The whole like I think the most egregious thing is where they account stats and how much SR you get. I think that's disgusting.
Well, I don't
Like,
know, because it's like, well, like, so like how did, like in Overwatch, like how do you know, how do they like calculate like, oh, you're like, you should be higher? Because like I know they do something like that in Overwatch.
Like if it's expected or like.
Well, not just that. Because like for example, like when you're getting ranked for like the first time, you know, it's like I feel like it's not just based off of wins. It's not just based off of like a win streak. So it's like there's something else that they like measure it off of, and I don't know how they do it.
I couldn't tell you. But
yeah.
I mean,
because like I don't. Like,
that's only like initially.
I don't know. I feel like there's other things like that they do it.
Well, I think they
know.
removed, or they didn't remove it, but like I think they've been transparent by only saying like we don't take into account stats. We only care about like if you win or lose the match. I mean, I think they've said that a lot.
But I don't know. I wonder if there, because I feel like there is another way that they like kind of determine if you are like too low. But I don't know. Maybe.
I mean,
maybe not.
Like calibration.
Maybe.
Like, are you saying like how they find calibration?
I guess, yeah. But I felt like, I guess now it's calibration. But I swear, I thought before they had another way that was like that. But maybe it's always just been the calibration, and they just before they didn't like outwardly say it was calibration for like the first few games after you got placed. I don't know. I could be just off the mark completely here. So maybe take what I say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I think the whole stats thing is like that's ridiculous. And then like there's a whole different weight between
Yeah, it's just
like
like
heals and then like final hits and then I don't know what, like damage blocked, right? I think that's like how can you weigh stats different? Like if you're gonna weigh stats, how can you not weight them equally?
Yeah.
Well, I think you can't weight them equally because people get so much healing.
Yeah, you
And
can't
then
weigh them equally, but then it's like it gets very messy.
that's, like,
I
cooked into the
agree,
game.
but I also like disagree. It's like because on one hand, it's like sometimes if you have like an insane game, you know, you're like I had an insane game, like, you know, and you're like, you know, I feel like, you know, if you have a really good game, it's like I feel like it's not crazy, especially in the format that they have, that you get more points. So I'm like, I feel like the idea generally of like, you know, your stats influencing how many points you get is not like insane to me. I just don't think that they do it very well. And it could be that there is no way of genuinely balancing it out, right? Like, so it could be they just need to genuinely remove it, but it's like, to me, you know, if I like that game where I went 42-1, it's like, you know, I was like, I wanted to get a bunch of like freaking points because I was like, you know, I was freaking Thanos in this game, and so I don't know. I think the general idea, I like, to me, makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, it's also true that stats can be so incredibly inflated in Rivals, especially with healing, damage, stuff like that. Kills even, you know, it's like maybe you don't get the final blow, but that, you know, you do 4 damage to someone and then get the kill. I mean, you know, it's like that in Overwatch too. So there's so many ways to like do that. So then it's like, you know, if it's like that, then it's promoting you to not do good, but just stat pad.
Yeah, right. I think that's like counterintuitive to playing ranked. I think that's dumb.
Yeah, so I don't know. I agree, but at the same time, I'm like, from like a player perspective, I'm like, if I know I did really good, you know, if I did really good, you know, 9 out of 10 times my stats would reflect that I did do really good. But it's also true that I could do not that good, but my stats look good. And you know, if it's like that, then we're encouraged to just get good stats, which I don't agree with, but I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hold up, I'll be back in like real quick.
Yeah. What do you think, chat? You know, because like, I'll admit that I'm not saying that having it go by like your stats is balanced, but I'm saying as a player, right, as like a consumer of the game, you know, I'm like, if I perform very well, and, you know, I know I perform well, then it's like, whew, you know, I'm like, I want, you know, more ranked point, like I want more SR, because I'm like, I know I did freaking amazing. Problem is, there's plenty of games where I didn't really do that great, or like I didn't do amazing, but my stats look great. You know, maybe they look very comparative to when I, you know, actually did perform well. Because whenever you perform well, most of the time, it will be shown in your stats. Most of the time. But there's gonna be a ton of times that you don't do that great, but your stats look great. And the reason is, you know, very simple. It's very easy to stat pad in these games, right? It's just incredibly easy. Yeah, it's as easy as you could expect, right? Because literally all you have to do, I mean, on support, healing is, it's just, that's all supports do in that game, basically. Yeah, welcome back. So, yeah, I was just saying, like, it's very easy to stat pad in that game. So I'm not saying that it is like that it's a logical thing to do, to like have it based off stats, But as a consumer of the game, you know, as a player, I see the appeal. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was gonna try and go see the aurora because apparently it's visible for some people, but I think where I'm at, there's too much light pollution, which is sad.
That is sad.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't even know it was happening today.
Yeah.
Do you think I could see it in Boston, Massachusetts?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of like buildings and stuff, but it's in like northeast. If you can see northeast.
Let's see if I'll search up. Can I see it in Boston?
Run
Well,
the
I'm in my
fake.
underwear, so I'm gonna have
Okay,
to
what?
put clothes on.
You're on
if
the
I'm-
call, and me just no draws, nothing.
Well, I'm in my room alone. It's
you're
not like
actually-
it's not like you could see me.
Well, now I'm like uncomfortable.
Okay, I'll put some clothes on.
No, I'm joking.
Okay, I just put some clothes on.
Okay, well,
Nah, I lied.
okay. Aren't you something?
With skies expected to clear over the Boston, there's a good chance for Massachusetts residents to see the Northern Lights. Wait, can I actually? Okay, wait, let me see if I can see them. Okay, well, I'm actually gonna put clothes on so that I'm not walking outside with my pants with no clothes on. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh my god, I'm back, chat. Holy crap! Holy shoot, it's cold out. Ah.
Bro, Brayden's texting me like he's on, bro. Kill yourself.
Yeah, that's Brayden. Alright, Strat, I'm gonna end stream here probably. I'm gonna probably switch over to something else, so. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch y'all on the flippity flip. Essentially, what I'm saying is, so basically, let me know what y'all think about the Rivals vs Overwatch debate in the comments below.